Hey guys, quick share. In case anyone's wondering how we get this spacing established, it comes off the existing cladding that's on this particular edition and it's transferred across. And basically what we have is a roof curb that's level all the way across the top of the building. You can see it protruding out right there. That establishes our finished plane for our siding. So what we do typically is make a story pole. That way you're equal all the way around your building. What happens is this butts up under that curb, and now you see we have marks at every course line, and that establishes our courses all the way around the building. So when we come around the building, we come around and we meet up where we're supposed to. So then if you work by yourself, we just set a screw, story pole on this side, story pole on this side, and then we make our marks. And then all we do is hook and snap lines, and that brings us true in all directions, all the way around the building, nice and straight and ready for our siding. Anyways, that's how that goes, guys. We'll share as we make a little bit more. Hey, we're furring it out, guys. Anyways, to explain it more, this is a 2x4 that's ripped in half, and then one half is put on the foam, screwed through with 5-inch screws, and then the next layer that we had ripped off gets drilled with venting, and then that gets screwed into the first with adhesive with 2.5-inch screws, and that gives you your full width of furring. You can see these furring strips line up with each other. They come along and go right around the whole building the same, equal. So when the siding comes on, your eye follows the line across the whole building. And then, like we were saying, the layout comes from, let me take you up there. All the way, excuse me. I just filled my pouch up with screws. The layout comes from these pieces of Cortan. You can see the lines, the courses. See them? And then it comes from Cortan to aluminum, so it goes from that rusted color to white, and then the line follows. And even the rivet pattern follows. And then it wraps itself around the whole building and comes onto the other side of this bridge. This is a bridge that connects the two separate buildings together. Anyways, we're going to just keep going up now. I'm screwing them all off, and you see the snap lines, and they coincide with the rest of the furring around the building. Alright guys, hey, that's it for now. Just keeping busy on a kind of a rainy Sunday. But you can see the furring lines right there, and then there's your vents. That allows it to breathe. And Rockwell's coming. We're going to be putting the Rockwell on here next. Then we're ready to side. Another nice thing to note about having a thermal bridge barrier, one with a little bit of depth to it, is you can do mechanicals inside that. It's like a plenum space. So we took advantage. You see these runs that go across here and come within the thermal bridge barrier? Well, typically, if that was on the inside of the other side of that wall, that would be going through floor joists. And that's a 3-inch pipe, and that's going to be really blowing out the strength of a floor joist. So what happens is, say if, for instance, this is a toilet that's inside it's not on an exterior wall. Back in the day, we used to locate our toilets right near the stack. Now you put a toilet wherever you want, as long as you vent it properly. So the toilet is on an interior wall, and it's pretty far in away from the stack. It has its own vent up there ties back in. But say to get this pipe across the floor, you got to blow through floor joists or make a drop ceiling inside the bathroom. But on this situation, we could bring it to the thermal bridge, create a plenum with a thermal bridge, and conceal our mechanicals in that. And we do that with our wiring and anything we need to conceal. Our refrigeration lines get concealed in here, and it just makes a nice space to utilize mechanicals if need be. So this saved from a lot of our structural pieces being jeopardized, compromised. You can see this vertical stack going up there. That's the drain leader. We have roof drains on the roof, and it's a flat roof tapering to the drain, and then the water comes down the leader and goes down underneath this deck is a big cistern tank that collects that water, and we reuse that water for irrigation for our grass or planter beds. There's some planter beds going up on the roof, and it will re-irrigate back up there with the rainwater. Alright guys, that's enough of that. Till the next one.